Let's take a look at Brady Tkachuk, though.
Ooh.
Stole the show at the Four Nations. Obviously, him and his team and Team USA came up short. Moment of silence for that. Quick. All right, done. We put it past us. But with the Bruins going in the direction of a team that's going to rebuild, reset, retool, however you want to put it.
Yep.
Approaching the deadline with an eye for the future. I mean, Brady Tkachuk, obviously, Big Keith. Those are guys that grew up around here.
Yeah.
His brother obviously went to high school in St. Louis, but those are guys that still have the ties to the area. North Shore family. Keith was a longtime player in the NHL. Most importantly, Brady is a player that everyone from every country was watching and going, I want him on my team.
Yes.
He should be a target for every team in the NHL.
Yeah.
I say all that to set the table that Brady Tkachuk has 4 years left on his deal with Ottawa.
4 years.
Was drafted by the Senators. Has never played in the playoffs in his career.
Right.
They haven't made the postseason in 8 years.
Yeah, they stink till now.
Yes. Right now they're in the foul wild card spot.
Yeah.
You would need everything to hit the fan leading up to the wild card, because if they can get the farm for Brady, it would make sense for them. But this is the type of guy so many teams want to build around, and of course the Bruins want to too. He encapsulates what it is to be a Bruin. He is scoring 65, 70 points a season, will make the tough plays in the corners, will do all the dirty, gritty work you need, but also be the goal scorer and the leader. He plays the type of hockey everyone covets in a superstar.
I couldn't disagree with you more about Ottawa, though, thinking, hey, we could get a haul for this guy and really build from there. I think they've already built around the guy.
Yeah.
It's finally starting now to pay dividends.
Yeah.
I see zero chance that the Sens trade this kid. But I will go down this path with you.
There's always a price.
There's always a price. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say that on one hand. On the other hand, I will gladly fantasize about this guy being a Bruin because it feels so perfect. He just feels like the perfect Bruin, doesn't he? He's got the size, the family, the pedigree. I mean, everyone in his family will kick your arse, but he will too. He'll get in your face. He just feels like the quintessential Bruin. He can do it on both sides of the ice. He's a fan favorite. He's tough as nails. Mm-hmm. Big games, big moments. He steps up. His brother's the same way, and we know we have a history there with Matthew, but Brady just feels like a Bruin to me. And I would love nothing more than this guy to come here, but I just don't think Ottawa is that dumb. By the way, I still don't think they make the playoffs. I think the Rangers end up with that wild card spot. But if you're them, and we talk about this a lot, like with the NFL, you almost think a team that comes to mind, George, is like the Carolina Panthers, right? We know they stunk, but as the season went on, towards the end of the season, they got hot. If you're a Panthers fan, you're like, okay, we're close. Let's have a good offseason.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Sens, where if I'm betting on them, and I am a betting man, I would bet they would miss the playoffs, but now they're like, okay, we're cooking with something here. We're close. Let's just continue to build around Brady, add a piece here, add a piece there, and here come the Senators. That's why I don't think they move him, but I dream of this guy. There's two players right now. Let me go down this path. Two players right now. I would give up a lot to get here in town.
I think one's going to be a no-brainer. Let me hear the two.
Okay, Brady, that we're talking about, and then Vlad Jr. I would give anything.
I thought you were going to say McJesus.
No, well,
sticking
that's
hockey.
Never happening. I'm talking about realistic possibilities here.
Okay.
Brady Tkachuk and Vlad Jr.
Yeah.
I would give anything for love, and I will do that.
Who's that?
I don't know.
What song?
No
You have no idea.
I've heard
Travis
it on
Thomas
a commercial
original.
once.
It's also a Senators team.
It's It is Meatloaf.
Our producer Brendan tells us.
Oh,
Meatloaf.
I was right.
This is a Sens team finally seeing the fruits of their labor. Like Stutzel as a first-line center, Claude Giroux, even in Adam Gaudette, shout out Northeastern, former Husky, age 28, having a good season as a depth piece in the bottom six of a roster.
Sure.
But you build it up. You have a Brady Tkachuk leading the way, and these are the pieces you need around him. Even Linus Ullmark, they flip a first-rounder for him.
Right, that's right.
You get a good, productive goalie. This is a Senators team. They've taken the long way.
Yes, they have.
They're not going to blow it up now.
Why would you?
4 years left under contract.
Yeah.
That's Brady Tkachuk.
Right.
Where every team in the NHL wants him.
If he had 1 year left and you didn't think you could keep him,
exactly.
fine. But
4 years left.
Yeah.
That's we've seen it before. And you know me, Trav, I always think like team building aspect. I always think like a GM. It could be us talking on Foxborough Rush.
Yeah.
Or it could be talking NHL.
Yeah.
You have 4 years left with a stud. You keep building around him. He's a
Okay.
proven thing.
All right, let me ask you this.
Here we go.
I'm jotting this down now because now you got me playing fantasy hockey up here. Who would be a bigger star in town? Brady Tkachuk with the Bees, Vlad Jr. with the Red Sox, Drake May with the Pats, and then obviously you got the twosome with the Celtics, Tatum and Brown. Who would be the hot shack in town here? If
All
you
four
had
of them are here.
All four are here. Who's the biggest star?
Tatum Brown. Then Drake May.
And then
Maybe May passes him.
And then
if he brings him
Brady
back.
Tkachuk or Vlad Jr. Like
I'd go Brady over Vlad Jr.
Okay.
He's from
All right.
here. He would just
All
be
right.
making the highlight plays. He's the type of guy that
Such
makes
a Bruin.
non-hockey fans tune into hockey.
Yes.
Because everyone can relate to his game, you know?
Yeah.
And especially if he gets the Bruins back up. Vlad would be hitting bombs in the summertime,
Vlad
though.
hitting bombs over the monster, bro.
Like 400 feet way over the green monster, which
What
is
a
310 to left.
I mean, are you kidding?
Another NESN podcast. Check out
right.
310 to left for Vlad talk.
That's one hell of a Drake, May, Brady Tkachuk, Vlad Jr., Brown, and
That's
Tatum.
a pillar, yeah. Along with, if you're the Bruins, you have David Pastrnak already.
Well, yeah. I was just
I'm
saying,
just saying,
like,
around these guys.
Right. That's, man.
Who's your one? I ranked them.
I'd probably go Drake May,
Yeah. Then
One.
Jays.
then the Jays.
Yeah.
Man, I honestly, I think Brady Tkachuk, bro. I think you're right. It's also the fit. Like, he's just a Bruin. He just feels like the perfect Bruin.
He's a Boston guy.
Yeah,
And it's
bro.
without it, you could take away the connection of him to this
Yeah.
area.
No, you're right.
He just plays like you
plays
want for a person from Boston
Blue
to play.
collar, tough, just. It's almost like he was made in a lab with a Bruins jersey on.
Exactly.
You know,
But he's stuck in Ottawa. That sucks.
I know. I wish they
Pour
still
one out
stunk.
for that. Imagine that you're that good and you're like, you're in Ottawa.
If they still stunk,
Could be a beautiful area. It's Ottawa.
I don't think this is his
I've
temperament.
never once heard of anyone say
Me
go
either.
to Ottawa.
Me either. Although, like when they
like it's
do
rainy
play
all the
them
time.
and they take like the wide shots,
Yeah.
like scenics,
Yeah.
it looks beautiful there.
Yeah, it looks like rainy though, you know?
It's like Seattle.
yeah. Or
but-
like Eastern Europe, like
but,
like Serbia, I don't know.
I tell
Whatever
you
city
what.
in Serbia.
If the Sens still stunk, it doesn't appear to be his temperament. But if they still stunk, maybe he could force his way out, kind of NBA style, kind of Jimmy Butler, get me out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the fact that they're winning now, he's not going anywhere, and it sucks because I really want him here in Boston.
While not explicitly designed after a single European city, Ottawa's urban planning, particularly its central core, is often compared to Paris.
Oh, Patty.
Wow.
Patty. It
All right.
rains there a lot, too.
I owe an apology to the people of Ottawa.